Welcome back to Close Up on San Diego Business, where we get up close and personal with San Diego businesses and the key people that are working hard to make a difference in our community. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here on KFSD AM 1450 and financialnewsandtalk.com. Okay, back. Well, let's get started with Aaron Tankersley from Micropower Technologies. Welcome, Aaron.
Thank you, Barry. Pleasure to be.
So tell us a little bit about Micropower. What is it that you do?
So Micropower is a venture-backed San Diego-based company. We have developed and commercialized a video camera system that is a ultra-power efficient video camera that can be placed out on perimeters and outside buildings. Your traditional wireless video camera system, we have basically reduced the power requirements of that by 90%.
Wow.
And by doing that, what that allows us to do is power that camera via solar panels and an internal battery and have a very robust, reliable camera system that you don't have to be next to an electrical plug to have your camera there.
Well, we talked a little bit before the show, and my curiosity is, you have patents on this type of equipment, so I'm taking it that there aren't a lot of competitors out there doing what you do.
No, it's both a great opportunity but also a challenge because we're defining the market, and so we're obviously trying to build awareness about what we have. Traditionally, folks think that they have to dig a trench or come up with some other alternative solution, and we're now kind of building the awareness out that that's not what you have to do, that you can put cameras where you want them, not where you have, power available.
Well,
Right.
It seems like it just should be just such a light bulb moment for people that you'd be like, oh yeah, that sounds
Of
amazing.
course,
Hello,
yes.
how many do I buy?
We get that question too, and we get like, well, that's not that clever. Why didn't someone else do this? Like, I don't know why no one else did this, but we did, and we filed the patents, and it's not an easy thing to do to get the power down at that level. It did take a number of years to develop, and we've been working with a large number of customers to get a really robust wireless protocol and all of that. So it's taken some time.
Well, I have to take a second out and kind of toot your horn a little bit here. I'm looking at the list of awards, and it looks like you ran out of paper when we got this. But you've gotten the awards for Golden Bridge Awards 2013, Innovations in Wireless, Silver Security Products, Government Security Award 2013, Hot Company Award, Tech America, Security Products, New Product of the Year Award, Top 30 Innovations by Security Sales and Integration. I think the list goes on and on. That's fabulous. How did this all come about?
So we're venture-backed company, so it is about building innovation, and we have built that innovation. It seems to be hitting a real need in the market, and it's a very innovative approach to doing this, to use solar power as an alternative source of power. That's obviously very common, but we're using solar power so that you can take a video camera system or an edge device and put it untethered really to the network in a cost-effective way.
And we talked earlier about some of the applications. You were telling me about schools and oil rigs. I mean, but it's really limitless, isn't it, in terms of
it is limitless. It's really where there is something of assets that or a safety concern that's outside of the building. So all of us have seen the proliferation of video cameras inside of buildings and inside of stores, and it's really taking that and extending that outside in hard to reach places, and that's where we fit in. In today, there's a lot of headlines today, right? And so safety and security is a top agenda item. And what we do is we provide the ability to expand that into hard to reach places.
You would think that the problems of being in a school and problems and being in an oil rig would be significantly different challenges.
They are very different applications. The same technology could be used for both. So, for example, in the university, we recently installed cameras at University of California, San Diego, and they had a festival with 25,000 attendees. And so they're outside, of course, and they wanted to be able to do an event management type of application where they could put cameras up, watch the event for the weekend, and then take those same cameras and be able to redeploy them elsewhere without having, again, to invest in all the infrastructure required to do that. From a oil rig out, so again, it's a remote ability. From an oil rig application point of view, they're looking at environmental monitoring, which is great, right? And so there, again, it's the ability to place cameras where it's not easy. They're not running a lot of electricity around the edges of the perimeter of an oil rig. I know you know about oil rigs, Andrea.
Because you might blow something up.
You don't let water, electricity, bad. Yes, exactly right. So being a very ultra low power has got some advantages, right? So for environmental monitoring purposes, so very different applications. The technology can be applied across a broad set of places.
Now, in terms of recording, are there any differences between your devices in terms of recording the images, since they're solar powered as opposed to?
So ours, great question. So what we do is we provide the camera that provides the video back to the network, and then the recording usually happens on the network, and we interoperate with all the major recording systems that are out there. And so the recording then is done on the network, and then that can be sent to your iPad, or it can be remotely viewed or accessed on the network or wherever. So to that network, we just look like additional IP cameras, and usually we're an add-on. So they might have, for example, 20 cameras for inside of the building, and then they add 5 more, and we're just an add-on to that internal system, if you will.
Well, I just think it's truly exciting because having gone to LSU, which is a huge campus, and we just didn't, you got night classes, you got to park at the, at the far end.
You obeyed all the rules, right?
Yeah, well, of course. Well, let's just say I'm glad they didn't have all these cameras back when I was going to Mardi Gras. Okay?
Yeah, but see, as a parent, you may want some more of those cameras out there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that means that you need to get a big block of them out at San Diego State. Okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right. There's some applications there for sure.
That's
Yeah.
true. How'd you get into the technology business?
So I've had a varied career. I've been in the management consulting business. I was a company called Boston Consulting Group. I've been in the banking industry. I'm a reformed banker now, and now I've been doing small technology companies for the last several years. And I was introduced to this company through some of the investors who really saw the potential as the company was moving from early commercial efforts and early prototyping, proof of concept, hey, we got the product working, to scaling the business and commercializing the business, and that's where we are today.
Right. Hey, before I forget, let our audience know how to get a hold of you.
Sure. I mean, the easiest thing is to come to our website, and it is Micropower, www.micropower.com. So ultra low power devices, our company name is Micropower, one word, micropower.com, and that's
Great.
the easiest way to
And
find
you're right
us.
here in San Diego over in UTC, right?
Yeah, we're based in the UTC area. We are do our manufacturing here in San Diego. All of the product development is done here. So
So you're truly a homegrown San Diego business.
we absolutely are.
That's great. That's great. You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KFSD AM 1450 and financialnewsandtalk.com. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with my co-hosts, Andrea Kay and Al Arias. And our first guest today, Aaron Tankersley of Micropower Technologies.
I mean, this is clearly technology that you could take global. So what are your 5-year plans or 10-year plans as a company?
Well, I don't know about 10 years. We can't see that far out, but
What,
over
you
the
got
next,
the cameras, you
yeah,
got the surveillance.
We could see, right? So we're just impatient, actually. So we have a camera today that works in North America, South America, and so we've had projects throughout the United States. So we're not a California only company. And so we've had products throughout the United States, and as well as getting into Latin America, and some projects down there as well. In 2014, we will have a radio platform that's available around the world, and there are many areas that will be in high demand that we've already started to engage with. So oil and gas, Middle East, solar, you can kind of connect the dots, right? So there's some major markets that we'll be expanding to in 2014.
Oh,
Okay.
So
that's
How
right
much
around.
traveling are you doing?
enough traveling, enough. So I get, make my way around.
Yeah.
Well, we are running out of time. We have had a great talk with Aaron Tankersley of Micropower Technologies. And you're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business, where we get up close and personal with homegrown San Diego businesses and the people that are working to make a difference in our community. This is financialnewsandtalk.com. I'm your host, Barry Waxler. We'll be right back after the break.